Oh, I just am so confused. I've been thinking about this nonstop, so I felt the need to make a video about it, but seriously, who is Missy? Okay guys, so I've been feeling like I'm on a roll with the videos lately, so I felt like it'd be fun to make another one. And I really have been thinking about this Missy character. I keep thinking about it pretty much throughout my day, where I'm sitting there as I'm like eating my lunch, and then I'm like, oh my god, Missy could be my lunch. It's just as plausible as any of the other theories I've heard. I am really going to try and keep this short and sweet, but I really just wanted to get my opinion out there, see what you guys thought. I've heard just about every single thing out there, but I'm going to tell you one or two of the ones that I've really been intrigued by. The one that you hear the most, I think, is that Missy is the Master, because Missy M. Master. Mistress, all of that, that Missy is the female incarnation of the Master. I do think that's possible. Well, I feel like it's almost blatantly obvious. It could happen where in the Master's final episode, the Master goes in to that sort of where the planet's being warped back, and now the Master's been presumably stuck. Now, Moffat said the Master is gone. Now, in theory, that could mean the Master is only gone in the sense that it's not John Sim playing him. I would really like to see John Sim back, though, but I have a feeling that if the Master comes back, he's going to be a totally different character, because I don't know if you guys noticed, but Stephen Moffat, as the head person on the show, seems to really not like to have anything from Russell T Davies era, or even really the classic Who eras. I mean, seriously, he really doesn't. Villains in general, I mean, practically it's just the Daleks and the Cybermen every now and then that keep making the return. It's all his other characters. So I don't know how probable it's going to be that John Sim is going to return as the Master. So his new Master could be Missy, and that way he doesn't have to necessarily have the Master as the title. One of the ones I've really liked, though one statement doesn't make sense with it, is it's his granddaughter, Susan Foreman. Or it's his granddaughter, Susan. And I actually like this theory because maybe she speaks boyfriend as sort of like an affectionate, she's kind of playing around with this robot. And it's still kind of creepy, because I don't know about you, but I'd never call like my dad my boyfriend, or mom girlfriend. That just seems really weird and kind of creepy. You never know. I think that it's entirely possible, because the doctor left his granddaughter abruptly and basically just said, one day I will come back. Well, I don't know if you guys noticed, this has been a really long time and he hasn't come back yet. And you could say, oh, but wait, Scott, you forgot that Susan actually appears in the anniversary special. And the anniversary special, I mean the 5 Doctors. And yes, I know that. I have it on DVD, so I've seen it several times. And I know for a fact that she's in it. But you have to remember that when all of them go back to their time zones, they don't remember really from what Moffat's already established. And I believe they established it in the show, but I'm not sure. In Classic Who, that, once the timelines are back in line, they have no memory of it. It happened, but they have no memory of it. Susan may not have any memory of it, and so she feels abandoned by her grandfather. So she goes and somehow ends up with this ethereal kind of place in the pocket dimension. Maybe she goes looking for Gallifrey, was my theory. She went looking for Gallifrey during the war, or maybe something like that, and she's caught there, and she maybe caught wind that the Doctor basically killed Gallifrey. Maybe that's why she's ticked off, and maybe she's a villain, because we know she's in the finale with the Cybermen, and she clearly is gathering an army. And I really liked that theory. The Susan one is basically a really big one. This one is totally off the wall and probably not going to happen, but I think it would be really interesting, is that it is actually Rose Tyler, or not necessarily Rose Tyler, but the Bad Wolf anomaly, and the Bad Wolf anomaly changed its image to suit a new era, because as we all know, once again, Moffat seems to not like to bring anything back, so instead of bringing Rose back, maybe he brings her back as this new character, because of that pocket dimension, as I've talked about before. I think that is entirely possible, and I'd be really curious to see more about the Bad Wolf anomaly. Maybe there's more we don't know. I think that would be really cool. As for the rest of it, I've heard that it's Amy Pond, but Amy Pond really wouldn't regenerate, and if you go to that place with the garden, Time Lords can't survive there, where the garden from that episode with Amy where she's left there and she gets older, which means that no, the Master couldn't be there, Susan, no Time Lord could be there because for some reason I remember them saying something about the hearts, that the Doctor would die if he went there. So I don't remember all the details, but that's vaguely what I remember. You guys can help fill me in. I was thinking about that and I realized that no, if that's the case, then none of them are it. Because Time Lords wouldn't be able to survive there, so it wouldn't even be the Master. And I feel like it's got to be a Time Lord of some kind, or some iteration of a Doctor's companion that maybe is, you know, wouldn't necessarily be there. It's definitely not the area from that episode. They just probably reused the set. But Paradise, Heaven, Gathering the Army, it's all weird stuff, but it's all obviously way too soon to truly be able to tell. I just have my theories. I personally really like the Susan theory. I really want them to bring more characters back from before. And any of you who think it's River Song, at first, I thought it was River Song when I watched the episode. And then I thought about it and I was like, no, there's no way it's River Song. She's still, I'd say, a prevalent character. I don't know if they're going to bring her into this season or not, but no, it's not River Song. But I have to say, Missy has definitely stirred up a controversy. I still have no clue who Missy is. I just know her as Mary Poppins from Hell. And you know, maybe she is Mary Poppins who happened to go to Hell. We don't know. It's just as probable as anything else. But the most difficult thing is Susan and the boyfriend thing. That's the only thing I can't seem to debunk, other than maybe it's playful talk to a robot because it's a robot. I don't know, but I just know that this character is clearly unstable, and I'm really curious to find out. What do you guys think? Maybe I'll post some more videos about this as I find more information. There was a hint that Moffat gave about the finale and Missy, and basically you've betrayed me and everything I've ever stood for, which means this person is genuinely very close to the Doctor. So I think it is possible that it is maybe Clara too, but not really at the same time. So in summary, yeah, lots of theories, so many of them could be right, more than likely we're all wrong. But I personally would like it to be Susan. I think that would be a really interesting dynamic to the story. But what do you guys think? Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm going to keep bringing these theory videos as often as I can.